Hi, recent studies are showing that nature connection is linked to symptom relief for many of the physical and mental issues and problems and challenges that we're having in this modern world, which is wonderful news because nature connection is so easy to do. I've just stepped out this morning into a meadow very close to where I live. I haven't always lived in the countryside. I've lived in towns and cities as well, and there's parks and gardens, and in fact there's nature everywhere. So knowing that nature connection is linked to relief and escape from the symptoms of many of the challenges that we face in this busy world is a relief in itself. And this series, Let's Walk About It, is my way of sharing this information, this understanding, the insights and the experiences that I have out in nature with a much wider audience, people like you who are watching this today. I'm Ian Banyard, I'm the founder of Nature Connection World, and that's my mission. That's what I've set up to help create a more nature conscious world, and I'm so pleased that you're with me on these walks. Please give this a like, subscribe to my channel, please share it as widely as you can, and you can then be also helping me to get a more nature conscious world, create a more nature conscious world, and become part of a growing group of people from all over the world that care about nature, care about our true nature, and want to share that with as many people as possible, because we care about people and planet as well. Here's a lovely little view of where I am right now. Okay, well, for today's video, I'd like to contemplate the word fulfillment. I talked about this in a previous video about not feeling very fulfilled a few years back, and how going out into nature helped me feel more fulfilled. But it's an interesting word, fulfillment, isn't it? Fulfill, fill, being full. It's in the word mindful. In mindfulness, there's this word fullness. And I also recognise that there's a word called fed up, a phrase called fed up. So what is the difference between being fed up and being fulfilled? I think that would probably be a great place to start on this video. So let me just share with you some of my thoughts, understandings and insights. And hang on a minute, poor Lola's feeling a bit fed up there. She couldn't get through the gate I was navigating through, and she was desperate to get onto this little forest path. She loves this forest path. It's a little path through here. We've got lots of bluebells and lots of smells for her. So Lola can go off and smell while I continue my conversation with you. So I'm sure she's feeling more fulfilled now, because we've got past that barrier, past that stile and that gate, and so she's gone from fed up to fulfilled. And as I said, that's an interesting concept. You know, we often talk about feeling fed up, and we talk about feeling fulfilled. Now, what's the difference? I mean, why is fulfilled? Why does that feel positive? Why do we connect that to goodness, and yet we connect fed up to more negative, tired, drained? So there's something about when we're being fed makes us unwell, and when we're talking about fullness, wholeness maybe, that boosts our energy and boosts our state of being, is a positive thing, is a good thing. I think that's quite interesting. I don't know the answer to that, but I think it's worth contemplating. So as I walk today in nature, in this wonderful, there's that word again, wonderful space, I'm going to start contemplating this. So while I practice, I have practices I call natural mindfulness. I have a number of practices that I wrote about in my book and I share on my courses. And when I'm training guides, I share these practices with guides so that they can share these practices with the people that they guide into nature. What I like to do is I like to practice mindfulness, natural mindfulness, on purpose. And what I mean by that is not just practicing it for the sake of practicing it. It's practicing it with a sense of direction, with a sense of purpose, making it purposeful, which again is back to that word full. So what I tend to do is, rather than have a plan, rather than have a project, rather than have a goal, which I find is can make me feel a bit fed up when I don't achieve that, what I do is I just contemplate. I just have I just put these thoughts into my head around, what is the difference between being fed up for me and being fulfilled for me? What is happening here? Because words are magical. I always say to my little daughter, words are magical because that's why we call it spelling. Putting letters together to make words is spelling. So of course it's magical. There's a magical connection to that. And so it's lovely to come out into magical places. I mean, I've just noticed all the bluebells through there. I think you might be able to see behind me. And there's a couple of bluebells. Oh, there's one down here. Let's give you a closer look at the bluebell down here. There we go. Look at that, with the little raindrops on the end of it. That is wonderful. That is beautiful. Back to that word full again. Fullness. What I think I'll do is what I'm intuiting now really is this. Maybe I need to drop a lot of the words that I use and the words that I think about that bring a negative or a draining sense to me, things that drain me. Stop using those words, stop even noticing those words, and instead start to train myself, practice to notice the words that bring me fullness, that bring me words like beautiful, words like wonderful, fulfill. Those words, there must be more. If you can think of some, maybe share some of those words that have full in, that make you feel full up, but not fed up. And I do think there is something there between being fed something. We get fed a lot of things, don't we? If I turn the news on or if I pick up a newspaper, somebody's feeding me something. If I'm talking about something, we've noticed this recently, my wife and I, if we're talking about something near our telephones, that's aging me, near our mobiles, if we're talking to ourselves about something between us, every now and again, what we were talking about or something slightly connected to what we were talking about pops up in one of our social media feeds. So again, fed. We're being fed things. And that drains us. That drains our energy. So as I say, maybe there's something in that. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'll leave that today. That's enough time. That's nearly a 9-minute video. And I know we're all busy people these days, but hopefully these videos become much more meaningful for you and get you to just start considering, noticing, and just, as I've done on here, starting to compare certain things. I always find I get these insights in nature. I'm very thankful for that. And I'm very thankful for you being here today, watching this video and hopefully liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and then sharing this video, because it's really wonderful to experience and connect and gain something from something. But it's even more important and even more fulfilling to share what we discover, what we experience, what we connect with, what insight and understanding we get to. And the most wonderful place to do that for me is in nature, listening to the bird song, looking at the beautiful views, smelling the petrichor coming up off of the ground, and then sharing it with all of you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next Let's Walk About It. Bye-bye now.